Hi everyone. My shirt says good vibes, so I'm going to try to keep things positive. I'm human too, so I know you all didn't know that. So I'll try to keep things as steady on as possible. And I was inspired by a video that I saw on another website that someone so beautifully expressed how they're feeling and feel like this is the best way, because Facebook posts, messages, emails, texts, there's only so much that anyone can convey through those methods, and we oftentimes aren't able to feel someone's heart through those areas of communication. And as you can see, I am trying my best to weigh my words and make sure that what I'm saying isn't just something that is to fill space and time and all about me and just my opinions and how I feel. Even though I do have feelings and emotions and I may not share them as openly, especially face to face. I am not someone who shares a lot about my internal feelings and struggles and just life in general. I tend to keep those things pretty close to myself and close to my heart and deal. I just wanted to put this out there because it's been a lot, and I in no way expect to be doing anything differently than what I'm doing right now. I am the school nurse for 2 different districts and 4 schools, and as a public health nurse, I would fully expect to be doing what I'm doing. And just as in other positions I've had to do hard things and make hard decisions, I will continue to have to do that. Especially when it comes to the kids and the people and the friends and the acquaintances and the elders and the people who work in our community. I want everyone to know that I am part of the decision-making committee for the fall and for our schools. We have some really good people that are making decisions, and nothing has been made for sure at this point because we don't have that guidance yet. I work with about 250 other school nurses online every week to formulate questions and answers and just try to figure out what are we going to do? How do we do this? What can we do to help? Those decisions have not been made yet. We've got people way higher up than us that don't know yet. We don't know. We don't know what our area is going to look like. We don't know what the summer numbers will look like. We all hope for the best. We hope that projections aren't going to be the outcome. We hope that things will take a different turn and that they will trend lower and lower, and that fall is not going to look a ton different than what it has looked like. However, in the best interest and safety of everybody, our community, our grandparents, first and foremost in the school building, as considering school, our students and our staff. We want everyone to have the best position. We want them to be put in the best position and safest position possible. And we're hoping that that is not going to look way different, but it may. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that in whatever ways that it looks differently than it has in the past, this is to help keep our staff and our students safe. Nobody enjoys having to do any of this. This is time consuming. This is exhausting. This is a lot, and I don't want pity. I don't want anyone to feel bad for me. I just want people to understand my heart and the fact that I would never want anyone in this community to feel, or any community that I serve, to feel as if I don't have their best interests in mind, or that I don't consider how everybody will be affected in the event that we have to make choices and decisions for our community and our school kids and our staff. And on that note, I just want to help people understand where I'm coming from in terms of keeping other people in our community safe. We are responsible for ourselves, and we can't make anybody else do anything. We have the freedom to do the right thing. We have the freedom to do the wrong thing. However, if we don't do what we need to do, there are consequences. And I want to just throw this out there. And this is not just my opinion as a nurse. This is something that makes total biological and scientific sense. The things that we need to do now, outside of the whole school issue, this is just as a community, and I'm talking parent to parent, professional to professional, community member to community member. What we do with distancing and wearing coverings to try to help other people is not out of fear. If I was fearful, I wouldn't go out of my house. Me wearing a mask, which protects you more than it protects me, would be me keeping you in consideration and trying to keep you safe. And that is the whole reason behind that. It's not, wearing a mask is not a sign of weakness, and it's not a sign of, oh, I'm really scared that I'm going to get it, so I'm going to wear this mask so you don't give it to me. It is out of concern and respect for other people, and if we all do it, then we all help each other. Does it make a perfect scenario? No. It only decreases what could potentially happen. It helps. There's no way we could live in a bubble. There's no way that we can get rid of it all. Lice is going to be here forever. We haven't gotten rid of that yet. So, but we've certainly learned ways to help. And obviously the two are not really comparable. But anyway, I just wish that I could help people understand why we're doing what we're doing. I've been in some really tough situations in my career, and I've dealt with some pretty aggressive people, and I've done a lot of things that would potentially put me at risk. And sometimes it was scary, sometimes it was okay, this is part of the job, but I've never operated out of a place of being anxious or fearful. I've operated out of a position of my medical background as a nurse. I studied some of these things and my experience for 11 years, and all the people that are way smarter than me that I take guidance from. Trusted resources as a consensus, not just someone that agrees with me, not just somebody that I found on YouTube, but people that I know, people that I've worked with, people that I've gone to nursing school with, doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, epidemiologists. Those are the, combined, that is what I gather from. And that is how I operate, is through, I feel like knowledge is power. I feel like that enables us to be empowered to help keep ourselves and others as healthy as possible in a pandemic. We've never seen this before. We've never been in a pandemic, most of us. I would say probably 90%, except for the people that, are still with us that may have been in previous pandemics. But we've only been in this. And so this is new. This is different. This can't be seen, at least by the naked eye, or unless you're working the front lines and having to watch people die, and dying as a nurse or a doctor. And all of those things are not to scare people into doing things. It's not a tactic. It's not, there is so much out there right now that is really confusing and it sounds believable, unless you know what to look for and you know how to debunk some of this stuff. It really sounds believable, and it's confusing, and it makes me angry. I'll be honest, it makes me angry that there is this information that is being spread around to people that don't understand, because it's a lot to understand. And in the meantime, it can cost people big time. And yes, this is life. This is reality. We have illnesses that already are very dangerous and scary, and we've dealt with those, and we know what to expect, and we have some mitigation. This is new. We've only been in this for 5 months, and 6 months at the most, as far as being able to see what's going on. It's going to be a while longer before we really know. And we don't have to live in fear. It's not fear. It is about let's do what we can to help each other without doing it as if, well, I'm just doing this because somebody came at me with an iron fist and said, you have to do this. I humbly ask you, to just please consider other people. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us. And it's about our small community and what we have available and how we want to keep things as they are And more than likely they won't be, but we can do our best and we can keep the people that are in our community in our community. And I know and I see that there are plenty of people that will disagree with me and call me a sheep and call me fearful, and even other healthcare professionals. Not all, the majority, but there are a few. And it's really, to me, it's hurtful as a nurse that we all are in a position to lead people in medical areas, and we're all in a position to help educate. And I see that it's, in some areas, it's not being taken seriously. And by seriously, I'm not saying go into panic mode. That's not what I'm even alluding to. This has been a long video. But what I want people to take from this, and I'm being very vulnerable right now, and this is not common, and you can ask anybody who knows me. This is not a common thing. But in these times, with everything that's going on, it's a weight that I feel like I need to share with my community and my friends and my family, that I care. I care about people and I have compassion. And anything I say or do in my imperfection, I would hope that people would know that I want to keep people here with us. Many of you know what has happened in my family, and many have experienced the same things in their families over the last year and a half or so, and before. It's not easy to lose the people you love, and if there's an easy way to potentially keep them in your life, or keep my loved ones in my life, I just really ask, not out of a sense of intruding on someone's life and making it harder, but from a stance of, I want us all to be okay as possible. I'm realistic. I'm not a pessimist. I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist. And I want us all to do the best that we can to keep everyone safe. That's all I've wanted. And I want you to know my heart. I want you to know that I am here for my community and my schools and my staff. And none of this is coming from any place of just listen to me, just agree with me because I want you to agree with me and I don't want you to disagree with me. This is coming from a place of that I see things from my perspective as a nurse, and I want everyone to know that decisions that are being made with heart and extensive research and studying and updating. And I'm here for my community. Please know, I want all of you to know that if you need me, I'm here for you. I hear you. I'm listening. Nobody is going to expect things that are unreal and unrealistic, and I just want us all to be okay. I love you all.